Welcome back with Mr. Black answering viewer emails. And our first email comes from Don. Is the Vanguard Ginnie Mae Bond Fund a smart pick at this time?
My mom is in the Vanguard Ginnie Mae Bond Fund, and thus it is a good pick. I want to let mom go bad. It's a slightly more risk than cash, but not much. But it's not quite a whole bond market either because it's got the government security and the government endorsement of it. So Ginnie Mae's are initially funding the whole mortgage market, and they are backed by the United States government. Is it problematic at times? There's the risk not really of interest rate risk, but prepayment risk. If a lot of people start prepaying their mortgage, you could lose some principal. So it's not as good as cash, but it's got a better return than cash.
But it trades like a stock, this fund?
Yeah, a mutual fund. You can get 3.5% on your money, 4%, and it's good enough for Mom Black, the way I say.
Okay, so more risk, more reward.
Just a skosh more risk. You're not talking Intel risk. You're not talking corporate America risk. You're talking just a little bit more risk than cash.
Okay, our second question coming about a Bay Area company from Mark. What do you think of Onyx Pharmaceuticals?
And this Mark would actually have been you today.
I just forwarded you the article. I found it no, you just gave me away.
I did.
I found it very interesting. And this is a Bay Area company. They have a cancer drug, and the stock shot up 20%. You often hear, if you read about it in the news, you're too late to invest.
A little bit of that.
Okay.
This is a phase 2 cancer drug, and it's tied towards a melanoma. So it's got a very much so of a bullet shot into cancer. I don't even know what type of cancer that is.
Okay.
So people like me, financial types, nerds who talk money, when they start talking biotech companies, we don't know what we're talking about. So never take advice from me on it. I'm not a scientist. I don't pretend to be a scientist. There's other companies who are trying to develop cancer drugs that I will never know. Biotech is the toughest thing for the average investor to pick one company on. Typically what you want to do is pick a whole mutual fund or a whole index of biotech companies because, yeah, someone's going to come out with a cure for hair loss, which I'll need. Someone's going to come out for a cure for cancer, which I'll need. And I saw today, like Vical, they came up with a shot for herpes simplex 2, which, oddly enough, I'll probably need. Too much information.
Yes.
But the point being, it's easier to invest in an index than it is an individual company in biotech.
And also you take a big risk in the fact that FDA approval, yes, you could win big, but FDA says no in approval of a drug, and these companies are back where they started as far as stock price.
And they don't have product where they're earning revenue to offset their cash burn. So biotech companies are much like Mark McGwire. They hit a huge home run or they strike out. It's typically not a good basis for making a lot of money and retiring wealthy.
Thanks, Mark, for that great question.
Good question,
Thanks
Mark.
for giving me away.
Yeah.
All right, and now we'll be back with Rob and your questions again on Wednesday. So send us an email to rob@robblack.com, and we'll get your questions answered on the air. We'll be right back.